From the happiest place in the Lone Star State, welcome back to the Talking Mickey Project. TMP is your home for Disney fans of all abilities. Now, it's your host, Emma.
Hey everybody.
Hey everyone. Sorry that little boo-boo earlier.
I already put it in the notes.
I know. I said sorry that little boo-boo earlier.
Okay. So Sunday, Emma.
No, was it Monday?
Sunday.
Oh, Monday.
Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday, Emma interviewed Brian and Jessica Leon of from the Hearts of Disney.
They have their podcast and Facebook group.
Yes, they have the Hearts of Disney. They have the Hearts of Disney podcast. And as you see on your screen, their new YouTube channel are Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow Vlogs. Yeah. So welcome, Brian and Jessica. And hello to everybody who's out in chat. Emma and I will be in chat while the interview gets ready to start. So what do you say? What do you say we get it started?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it started.
Enjoy, guys. Okay, we're recording.
Welcome to the Hearts of Disney. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Brian and Miss Jessica. Yeah. Is it Leon or Leon?
Leon.
Thank you for
having us. Thank you so much for having us. We're very honored.
You're welcome, Mr. Brian.
Do that manner.
Oh, sorry. Wait, the first one? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
There you go.
I had it up now.
I know. Are y'all ready for Emma's questions? She's got some fun ones for y'all.
We are ready.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to our first question.
Okay. I'm going to cut slowly for you guys.
It's okay.
When did you become a Disney fan, and what is your earliest memory of a Disney theme park?
So I will say I became a Disney fan later on in life. I was in my 20s. I went to Disney when I was much younger, but I don't remember that. But I remember the earliest one I remember is 2017, and that's when I got hooked. Ever since then, it's been Disney everywhere, every day.
Jessica?
So, my first Disney trip was, I want to say, was 10 years old. And I remember a lot from that trip. And I loved Disney, but I think my hardcore love of Disney came around the same time as Brian, because we were married and it was our first trip as a family. And we had a lot of firsts, and it was our daughter's first time going, and she's now been 5 times.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just kind of grew from there.
Yep.
It was funny because we always joke that on our honeymoon we both wanted to go to Disney, but we were too afraid to tell the other one.
Yep.
Yep. One place we wanted to go, we were like, no, he might think it's childish. Oh, she might think it's childish. And now
funny.
Yeah, and when I was younger, I used to read a lot about Walt Disney, and I was very intrigued about everything Walt did. I mean, he's just an amazing person, and he was very blessed to be able to do the things that he did. And going into the parks after just, reading about Walt all the time and then seeing everything just brought to life is a whole nother experience. And it's just, to me, I look at Disney not just as a theme park. I look at it as, this somebody's dream that came to life, and it's just amazing to go see it. And, we always want to go back, but I do look at Disney, especially when we went to Disneyland, it was just
give you
like
the goosebumps walking onto that train trestle.
It was goosebumps upon goosebumps. It really was. And I tell everybody, it was like being at Disneyland. You could feel Walt's presence in that park, and you just felt like he was going to walk around the corner at any moment.
Right.
And it was just a really cool feeling. And then just going up and seeing his apartment is just a whole nother whole nother experience, you know.
One day maybe we'll get to actually see it.
Yeah, go inside. We want to
but
go
they
inside.
were doing tours when we went. So
Yeah.
Our first trip in 2019, we did the Walk in Walt's Disneyland Footsteps tour, where you go up into the apartment.
Oh wow.
And I'm not the big Disney trivia, I'm not the Disney nerd in the family. I reserve that for Kevin and Emma.
Yeah.
But I think the mom in me, when we walked under the train trestle I'm going, my eyes were welling. I started tearing up. I was like, what is going on? But in my mind, I'm thinking, Uncle Walt walked here. You know,
Yep.
Walt walked under these things. You know, you
Yes.
used to be able to drive a car up to where the train track is before it got so popular. It hit me. And then on that tour, two things real quick. We had to tell Emma that she couldn't give the tour. We paid a lot of money for the ambassador to tell us all about Disneyland.
Her name is Uncle Jessica.
Yeah, her name was Jessica. Yeah, she's the Disney ambassador at Disneyland. And then number two, every time Jessica would ask a question, Emma thought like she was in class, so she'd raise her hand. And Jessica, okay, Emma, Emma. You know, so it was really cute, you know, and Jessica was impressed how much Emma knew, because for Emma, again, it's not like you, it's just not about just the theme parks. It's and the TV shows, it's the history. It's the history.
Exactly.
You know, we want to one day go to Marceline. We want to go to Chicago to the Birthplace Museum.
Me too. Yeah.
We wanted to do all that. I would love to go to the Family Museum. I just wish it wasn't in San Francisco.
Right?
Chicago.
No, the Birthplace Museum is in Chicago.
I know.
The Family Museum is in San Francisco.
Oh.
That Diane started before she passed away. The Miller family and the Disney family, you know, Roy's legacy and Walt's legacy started that.
Oh.
But so for Emma, it's about all that, and that's what's so fascinating to people. You know, they see this young lady and you think, oh, she just likes the rides.
Nope.
So I'll say Brian's more.
Let me hear Miss Jessica.
Brian
I'm
is
sorry,
more
Jessica.
That's okay. Brian is more into the history than I am. I mean, I do like it, but not as much as Brian does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into the now happening and the movies, the music, the drawings.
You like seeing everything brought to life.
I like seeing everything brought to life, but it's funny because you can tell when you're a Disney person, because growing up I watched Full House, and there was an episode where they went to Disney World, and I decided to rewatch it. And I'm watching it, and it shows them looking at the castle going, oh, it's so beautiful. And it zooms out showing them running to the castle. And I'm like, you're not where you were 2 seconds ago. You're looking over here. There's no way you saw the castle from here.
That's right. That's how we are. There's no way they did that from there.
They were probably filming.
I know, but I don't know, but like that's how she said, you could tell a real Disney fan or somebody who knows a lot about it when you find the errors in other things.
Yeah.
That other people wouldn't catch. You know, she's watching an episode of Full House and she's like, there's no way you could have gotten that. But back when I was watching it, I wasn't a huge Disney fan, so I wouldn't have guessed that.
Right, and neither would I have. I wouldn't have guessed it watching it the first time too. But now that I'm big into Disney, I went back and watched it. I was just like, "You're looking at the fire station. You are not looking at the castle right now."
That's right. You're at the other end of Main Street. Behind you is this.
Yeah.
That is not real.
Okay, ready for number 2?
Oh, Mr. Ryan.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I see a picture of Mickey back there.
There's a
Which
couple.
one?
There's this one or
The one
that one?
behind Jessica.
That one?
Yep.
Miss Jessica.
Oh, Jessica. My apologies.
That's okay.
So
We're
the one with
Southern.
Walt?
We put a handle on it.
This one here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one with Walt. Yep.
Did you see the original in the on Main Street in Disneyland?
Yes, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah,
The bench is what got me. They tell you not to touch the bench, but I leaned as far as I couldn't because I'm wide.
Yeah, right.
I clipped a little bit. I'm going, I'm touching the bench. No. And nobody in front of me can see.
Yeah.
You were looking at Daddy smiling.
Hello.
Okay, number 2.
Hello. Hello. Oh. Why did you start your podcast? What are your professional backgrounds?
So we started the podcast because we just love sharing our love of Disney, but it also gives us a chance to show our love of God as well. We kind of combine the two.
And we noticed that a lot of there's not a lot of faith-based podcasts mixed in with other subjects because people seem to be very timid about mixing the two. And we wanted to put something out there that was different and people would want to see. And it seems like people seem to be interested in it.
And I'm just going to reach over and get something real quick.
You're fine.
We start every episode with Disney devotionals.
Oh.
So every episode is started with, this one is based on just Walt Disney World. It's by an author called Albert Thweet, and he does one on Disney World, Disneyland, and the movies. And
I'm hitting Amazon as soon as we're done here.
Yep, and it has 100 different devotionals in each one, and that's what we start our podcast with. Every episode is a Disney devotional, so it gives us a chance to be able to talk about God.
I caught the one y'all just released, and I loved it. Absolutely loved the devotional.
So he does really good devotionals. So if you ever get, they're all on Amazon. So, but yeah, so it gives us a chance to talk about God, Disney, and just having fun with family, and you know, we tend to talk about Disney a lot with people. And sometimes you just never have enough time. So it's like, yep, exactly. So it's like, let's start something where we can just let it all out, you know?
It actually happens more than you would think. We were at the playground with the kids the other day, and this woman sat down. I don't even know how we got on the subject of Disney, but all of a sudden we were in this full-blown conversation about Disney and Disney World. And even with our daughter's hairdresser, we talked so much Disney to her that she went out and booked a Disney cruise.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, it just gives us that opportunity to do that. And it, you know, I had someone come up to me one time and said, you know, you could tell how much you love Disney. And it was actually from another podcaster, and they're like, you should start your own podcast as well. So I'm like, I thought about it for a long time. We first started a Facebook group. That was where it all started. And we're actually invited on another podcast, the same podcast twice, to talk about our trips. And they like to do trip reports and stuff like that. So we were on the Disney DNA podcast. And
that's with Trent and Jenny.
Yeah. And Jess was very timid. You know, when I told her I want to do my own our own podcast, she's like, ugh. She doesn't like talking in front of people.
I get really nervous. So like when I first meet someone, I'm very like quiet, and I let Brian do a lot of the talking. Once I warm up, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. But so if someone were to meet me and they're like, she's very quiet, I'm like, give me 2 hours.
But now she's good with it. You know? Yeah, we started it up. She was good with it, and we just have a lot of fun with it. And you know, then it went into the vlogs as well.
The Disney community is very accepting.
Yes.
I was so afraid I would get so many people just being like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible," and I just didn't want to deal with that. But people are so accepting and nice, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah,
it is. It is, and you know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'll let you finish because it was about the professional background part of it. So,
well, going on to what Jessica's saying, you know, Emma's started out as a school project. She was going to be graduating from school. And we were in the pandemic. It just started, so we had to finish out at home. Then she says, Mom, I prefer it just me and you. I said, yeah, but this way the work's coming to me to help you with. I don't have to create the work.
Yeah.
But one of her assignments was to do like a Shark Tank video. And it could be about anything. And basically you're selling yourself. So Kevin, he always says both of us, but mainly Kevin. We used to have a food podcast in South Carolina when we lived there called PD Foodie, because the area we lived in was called the PD region with the PD River. And then we gave that up when we moved. But so we said, and then we had just started doing trivia, trying out this new medium with trivia for Emma. So then we decided to combine the two. So she sold herself as starting a YouTube channel about Disney and being a special needs adult, because there really aren't a whole lot of Disney-based anythings featuring a special needs host.
Yes.
So that's what we started on, and we started slowly building, and we'd meet people here and there, and then we'd invite students, and now she's up to almost 580 subscribers.
I think
that's awesome.
I had a medically fragile brother for 7 years, and it's great seeing that people can do some stuff like this. And I have a niece who has she's one of those people who are amazing, and I'm very happy that you're doing something like this.
You have a lot to be proud. You have a lot to be proud of, Emma. You really do.
You give them someone to look up to.
Yes,
and that's what we keep telling her. That's one of the things. So the Facebook group's changed name a couple, but it's now Disney Fans of All Abilities. I mean, a lot of her friends from another school are friends with her, and they, autism, Down syndrome. Although I think all of us are on the spectrum in one way, shape, or form. But it's just, it was her way. And then when she started building up a following, then we started it. But when she really picked up steep speed and steam is when we started doing interviews.
Yeah.
Like we've interviewed Lou Mangello of WDW.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But we met him before when we used to travel down to Disney World from South Carolina. We met him a couple of times.
Ron Snyder.
And then we were able to reach Ron Snyder, who was the original Dreamfinder.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we started getting, we would interview other Disney vloggers, and then and I say it was usually Kevin and Emma.
Yeah.
The only time I step in is if Kevin's not feeling that great. So that's why I'm here. But that's okay. So it was just, I mean, she's got a listener, she's got a viewer in Australia. So when we're on Saturday night trivia, it's Sunday morning. So he's all telling us good morning. So all of us tell him good morning back. We've got people in New England, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, California, Canada, North Carolina. And we're not talking about family and friends here, because this is all over, and we tell them, help Emma get more subscribers, get her more viewership on, have YouTube start to recommend her channel by sharing it out, telling your friends to subscribe, that kind of thing. So that's how we started. That's how Emma got started. And and people are always amazed at how much she knows. Like when they would do interviews, Kevin comes up with the questions, and then sometimes she'll ask a follow-up, and Kevin's like, and he'll tell me afterward, I hadn't thought of that. I said, you see?
I'm thinking of the one for
okay, hang on. So, and y'all's professional backgrounds.
So very, very different than podcasting and vlogging. I work for a company that makes the power sources for NASA. So like the Artemis that's in space right now, where my company's powering that. We also do power sources for a lot of the things for the armed forces.
Cool.
Some of the different, artillery and bombs and missiles and stuff like that. We power all that. We make all the power sources to power all that. So it's
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's a very rewarding company. And I've been there for 12 years now. So
Awesome.
It's switched names because it was bought out recently, but still have been there for quite a while. So, like I said, nothing to do with any of this, but
we didn't either. My husband works in healthcare.
Yeah, right.
He does the business side of healthcare, but he's worked in healthcare his whole professional career.
You mean a contract?
I just say healthcare, the business end of healthcare.
I know. Contract.
And we know Jess works at a horse farm.
I do. I've actually been involved with horses, with mainly taking lessons on and off since I was in middle school, I think. And I only recently started working full-time at the barn about a year ago. And I absolutely love it. I get to work with animals, and it is the best job I've had in my entire life.
That's awesome.
Is there a cat?
Are there cats?
Yeah, there are.
There is a cat, actually. Her name is Rosie.
There are barn cats.
We have one barn cat. We have one barn cat, and her name is Rosie. And then we have a bunch of birds who just gave birth to babies.
So it's noisy over there.
It is.
Autumn has my babies to feed.
Oh, yeah. And the horses will let you know. We have one horse who comes in the morning, and he lays down, and he snores. I joked with Brian. I was like, he snores like you.
Maybe he needs a CPAP.
Yeah, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like your daddy and I use.
Me too.
Oh, that's funny.
I use a sound machine.
Yeah, but that's to help you go to sleep. We're talking about things that actually force air into our lungs so we don't stop breathing in the middle of the night. That's a completely different machine. Okay.
Different machine.
Number 3.
Okay.
Did you read it?
From one YouTuber to another, welcome to YouTube.
Thank you.
Welcome to YouTube.
Thank you.
Welcome to YouTube.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay. Read the rest of it.
You recently joined with our Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow vlog.
Middle L's are hard for her.
Vlog.
Good.
Vlog.
Okay, next.
Okay. What made you decide to start vlogging?
Perfect.
So that's actually a really good question because we get that a lot. So we started the podcast and we gained a lot of listeners around the world. And a lot of them wanted to know, what do you guys do when you're not behind the mic? And they kind of wanted to get to know us. Mm-hmm. So they got to know us, with the Dizney podcast, but they wanted to know what else we into, what do we like doing? So we're like, all right. So we talked about it. We kind of went back and forth with it. And we said, let's start a vlog, because the vlog is Disney and everything else. And so it's not just strictly Disney on the vlog. I mean, we have a Disneyland trip on there.
We just got back from a Alaskan cruise. So all those videos, almost all those videos are up now.
So most of our Alaskan cruise videos are up there. We went to the zoo recently, so the zoo will be going up soon. We went to Disney on Ice, so that'll be going up. So we're showing people what we like to do, and when we go to Disney in November, we'll be vlogging that. So it's giving people to get to know us, because they kind of wanted to put a face to the voice that they hear.
Yeah.
Because our podcast as of now is just an audio podcast. We're talking about doing a video podcast, but right now it's audio, so they kind of want to put faces to the voice. They want to get to know our kids. So that's where it all started.
You know, it's really helped a lot. Our daughter Noelle is very adamant that she wants to be a Disney chef when she grows up, and we have a Disney chef friend who does cooking lessons with her, and she loves it, and she gets very excited whenever she gets to talk to him, and you know, it's really opened up some doors.
Yep. And she will probably be starting her own vlog soon because she loves to vlog.
She takes my phone and I find videos on there, and she's just being like, "Hey guys, what's up? This is my mom's thing, and we're doing this thing." Okay, Noelle's vlogging again.
That's cute. Emma has a friend. We say we're sisters. We're sisters from different misters. But her son, ever since he was little, has always wanted to be a chef. Mm-hmm. And so whenever they go on excursions, like they're doing a road trip through parts of the United States, and she's trying to find cooking classes for him to do along the way. And one of the things, we did go to Disney together back in 2020. We loved it. No lines. It was great.
Yep.
I think we went in 2021.
Yeah.
Having to wear the mask was still a pain in the behind, but you know, I can deal with it. I'm in Disney World. I don't care. I'll do it whatever.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel comfortable with that.
I'm not talking about that, sweetheart.
I know.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this family.
I know.
And when we were planning it, we were trying to find, and they used to do, kitchen tours, and our agent couldn't find one for him, so he wasn't able to do that. But when we get out, I'm gonna have to see if I can get that name, and maybe because he's a special needs, he'll be 18. He's 17. He'll graduate high school next year. That might be something he may be interested in. If you wouldn't mind sharing the information with us. If you do, that's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely talk to him.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. I'll give you more information about the young man and the family before I go any further.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Something
people just want to. I'm sorry. I keep talking over people.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, not a problem. No, it's just he just literally took her under his wing. We didn't ask him to. He
offered, and
yeah,
she loves it. She calls him her best friend, and they're adorable.
They sometimes just talk, and there's times they just talk, not even about cooking. Like, she really looks up to him a lot. So,
and she got to meet him in person when we went to Disneyland, and they got to spend some time together, and they were looking at cookbooks, and she got to show him things that she ate, and they just bonded.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, they have. We'll send you some pictures of them together. It was just the bond of the two of them, and just there's times where they're walking through Disneyland, and we're trailing behind, and she's right next to him, just talking, looking up at him, and they're just walking through Disneyland.
I think we have a picture of that too.
Yeah.
Of them walking together.
Yep. So.
that just melts my heart. That melts my heart.
Like, we asked her the other day. We're like, do you want to call him? And she was like, oh, yes, I do. Let's call him. I was like, okay.
That's fantastic. Isn't that fantastic? See, we think meeting vloggers in person was the most famous people we'd ever met, because for Emma, they're on TV. So
exactly.
They're famous, so meeting Lou Mangello, she was like all speechless, I was a little bit too. I can't say that I blamed her. It's Lou.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's sweet. That is so sweet. Okay, let's do our last info one from them. Then we get to do the fun one.
No, two of them.
Two of them.
We're on 4 now.
Oh, we're on 4.
Yeah, we were on 3.
My bad.
We're listening to your latest podcast episode. Congratulations on entering a 50K5.
No, 5K.
Oh, 5K. Why did I get the other way around?
I don't know. You don't have that.
Oh. You are such
Motivators.
motivators. Where did that positive come from?
You know, I ran cross country in high school, and I've always enjoyed running. I haven't run in a while because I had a knee injury, but I watched my sister-in-law and my son's godmother run in it last year. Well,
No, this is here.
This year.
Yeah.
And
yep.
it was so incredible to watch them, and the people were so motivating, and I loved it. And Brian got in a car accident about 6-7 years ago, and it really damaged him. He had broken opposite sides. He broke the left arm, the right ankle. He had 5 broken ribs, a broken collarbone. I mean, he was really knocked up, and he always wanted to, he said he always wanted to climb mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
And he felt like it went out the window when that car accident happened.
Yeah.
And
It's, my ankle will never be the same again. I don't have a lot of mobility in it. And they told me that right from the get-go that it probably wouldn't get full mobility because they said that's why ankle injuries are usually athletes like that's it. When they injure an ankle, it's usually over at that point.
his ankle can move like this, but it can't rotate.
I can't rotate
anymore.
it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So they were able to put my ankle back together again without any hardware, but it just like Jess said, I don't have a lot of mobility in it. And I still have fractures in it that will never go away. They already told me that they probably won't go away. So my ankle's in pain a lot, and I'm not going to stay on that too long. I don't make it a Debbie Downer show, but
It's okay.
it's what motivated me because Jess was over in Florida with my sister and our friend that was doing the Run Dizney, and I was actually driving home from work one day, and I was praying to God, and I'm like, why can't I do that? And I'm not a runner, and nor do I ever want to be a runner, but I see all the fun that people have at these 5Ks and people of all abilities and just everybody's doing it, and it's like, how come I can't do that? And the only thing, and if I know you guys listen to the podcast, and one of the things I said was God told me, he goes, you're the only one stopping yourself from doing it. And
we saw when I was there, we saw people who had one leg running. We saw people who were using those bikes to run in it. And I showed him some of the people, and he's like, you know what? If that person can do it, so can I.
Yep. And then I heard the song Go the Distance, and that song just got, and I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm doing it.
That's my sign.
Oh, from her.
Didn't even ask God for a sign. It just happened.
It just happened.
And, our main goal for this race is to not be picked up by balloon ladies. If we can make the race go and not get picked up by a balloon lady, we've succeeded.
What?
So balloon ladies are at the end of the race, and you have to finish the race within a certain amount of time so they can open up the parks. And if you don't finish within a certain amount of time, the balloon ladies will scoop you up and put you in a bus.
Yeah, so if the balloon ladies pass you, the bus pulls up behind you, and then you're done. So
our main goal is to just be able to finish and not be picked up by a balloon lady.
Hey, that would be my goal.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right?
Just to be right ahead of the balloon ladies.
Yeah, right.
I don't need to be first. I don't even need to be second. Just let me finish.
Yep. So the cool thing is too with the Run Dizney events is you get to go into the parks at like 2:00 in the morning. So you're
and it's not even quiet. They're pumping Disney music, and they had character meet and greets. Now we went during the princess races, so they had a bunch of Disney princesses out, and people have costumes on that they're running in. It was so upbeat, and everybody was so happy. And for it being 2 a.m, like these people were, let's go.
They have fireworks going off. I mean, it's a whole thing in the middle of the night. And but you get there early, but I don't think the running actually starts at 5 a.m.
I don't think
but,
I don't think it starts till at least 5. But even then, like if you're like in the 4th corral, you may not even start running till 8.
Yeah. So it's
And then
the first hurdle.
What at 10? So you got 2 hours to do this in.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first hurdle is actually getting registered.
The first hurdle, we need to make sure we can get registered because there's only so many slots, and it's kind of a who can push their buttons on their computer faster.
Yeah. So August is the registration. So we'll be on the computer in
Cross your
August.
fingers, we get in.
So that's the first hurdle.
What date do we have to start praying that you get in? You said it was in August.
Yeah, August 22nd, I think, is registration. So I believe it is.
Send your prayers and be like, they're getting in. And we have to do it for 3 people, which makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
Because Noelle's running too.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So
thank you.
We're excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Last serious question.
Oh.
What, you got a thought?
Yeah. When y'all were there, everyone was okay. After the campfire, everyone at the 5K. I really thought they all probably had coffee before coming there.
Yeah.
One more time?
We probably all had coffee before coming here.
Yeah.
They had espressos
Good
before
chance.
coming in.
Or
Need the
latte.
coffee.
Espressos. They had double shot espressos as well.
Yeah, right?
We saw some people crossing the line with beers in their hands. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, there were people running in. They had like double fists of beers, and I was like, you know what? They're done. Let them drink.
There's one guy we're gonna look for when we're there, though.
Oh yeah.
Running Jack Sparrow. There's a guy that dresses up like Jack Sparrow every
Okay.
race.
Runs the whole race like Jack Sparrow.
Yep, the entire race.
Wow.
Yep.
Like when he's running, Jack is running on the beach.
Yep.
He runs the whole race like that.
That's gotta be funny.
And I'm pretty sure he does every single race.
He does almost every race, and people go wild when he goes by.
I
He's
was-
like a running celebrity right
It was
now.
so funny
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
when I went, my one goal when I went in February was I want to see Jack. And I looked away for 1 second. And I look back and I go, oh my gosh, I just see his backside. I was like, Jessica, that was the one thing you came for.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That
but
would be my luck.
yeah,
I was like, come on.
but he looks legit too. He looks a lot like him. He's legit. I was like, wow. But yeah, that's everyone loves to see running Jack Sparrow. So
Running Jack, that's funny.
Okay.
if you look him up on TikTok and YouTube and all
He has
that,
an Instagram too.
he has an Instagram too.
Okay.
that-
Okay. After I get the Disney devotionals, that's gonna be my next search. All right, number 5.
Speaking of the running thing, I actually have a pair of Haunted Mansion running shoes.
There was they're in her room. She has a haunted mansion room, decorated room with haunted mansion stuff. And
nice.
Kevin had purchased the official Run Disney Haunted Mansion shoes on
Oh,
eBay.
wow.
And she was able to wear them, I think maybe a total of 2 times because they were a size smaller and she's still growing. So now they're sitting on her shelf in her haunted mansion room.
I have a pair of Haunted Mansion shoes, but they came from Main Street Bellas, but they were my favorite pairs.
Those aren't running. Those I think
They're not running. They're just regular
sneakers.
shoes.
Yeah.
Regular shoes. Cool.
But that company has a bunch of Disney themed sneakers and leggings and
What company is that?
Main Street Bella.
Main Street Bella. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She makes all kinds. Yeah, she makes all kinds of Disney shoes and Disney gear, and it's really cool.
Cool.
But Emma, you must be excited for Haunted Mansion if you love Haunted Mansion so much. The movie?
You mean the movie?
We did.
Yeah.
We did a reaction video to the trailer.
It's on my channel. Y'all go check it out later on.
Me and her daddy did that. They did a reaction video to the trailer, and it looks awfully good.
I think we were the first one, actually.
I don't know if you were the first ones, but yeah, y'all did a reaction video.
And it
we
got
really want
one
to see it.
to Okay, 190, I believe.
I don't know. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, moving on. We can come back to American actor.
Well, no, you have something else after.
Yeah, I forgot.
Go ahead.
Okay. Where can people find you on social media and what's coming up next for your channel?
So you guys can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Yes, Twitter.
Anywhere else?
Nope. I
Yes,
think
those are the social
yeah.
medias.
So you can either look up the Hearts of Disney podcast on any of the social medias.
We also have on our podcast, we have a LinkedIn.
Yes, we have a LinkedIn
Okay.
account, and you click on that, and it'll have a list of all our social medias on one page.
Cool.
So it's easier for people to go to one thing, and click on that, and it'll have everything listed there from our podcast related, vlog related. So it's all on one page. But yeah, the Hearts of Disney podcast is on all the social medias. We didn't do that with the vlog one. We are only on we're only on Facebook with the vlog one right now. Until that picks up a little bit speed, then we'll decide what direction we're going to go with that. But
Well, I subscribed to it today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aww.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And the podcast.
Thank you.
And the Facebook and the podcast Facebook group and
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It really does. So yeah, you can find us on that, and we always let people know. Make sure you spell Disney with a Z, not
Right.
S, because we do that for copyright reasons. But
Yeah.
yeah, because we don't want to make Disney upset. So so yeah, you can find us on like Jess said, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Our TikTok's not very.
It's not updated.
It's not updated
It's
at
a
all.
lot of work. I didn't realize how much work TikTok is. I'm like, wow,
We
that's a
do
lot
have
of
a couple
work.
videos on there, but not a ton.
But we're hoping to catch that up. We're probably going to start putting some more content on TikTok eventually. But
okay.
yeah, that one's a little bit harder.
Mhm.
So, but yep. So we're all over the place.
Yay.
Oh.
That's where you want to be, all over the place.
Yep.
Positively.
Yep.
We have
And then-
it.
Now it's time for the fun. Five. Go.
We haven't done our TikTok video though.
No, we don't have TikTok.
I thought we did.
We don't.
Oh,
I'm
Both
sick.
It's a lot of work.
okay.
All right, here we go.
If you could have a year's supply of any Disney Park snack, which one would it be?
What do you think mine is?
Cheeseburger egg roll.
No.
No,
No.
I don't know.
A Ronto wrap.
Oh, Ronto wrap.
I
Yeah.
am so obsessed with Ronto wraps. I cannot wait to get one in November. We have a cookbook with the recipe, and I've been begging him. I'm like, can we please make Ronto wraps? I want a Ronto wrap.
Uh-huh.
Like, I want a Ronto wrap so bad. If I could
We have
order
an
one and have it sent to my house, I would do it.
I figure out what it was.
We had it in Galaxy's Edge. We had it in April. with
Did you like
Brian.
it?
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
It's great, right?
Yeah, that was my best quick service.
Oh,
The first time we had one, only he ordered it because I'm like, I don't want that. Doesn't look good. And he's like, here, try it. And
I never saw it again.
between the four of us
Because
there,
they all ate it.
Oh,
yeah, between the four of us, we all shared it. And I'm like, no, go get another one.
That's
And now we just, I make a point to go get a Ronto wrap.
That's right.
Yeah. So for me, when it comes to the snacks, as much as I love the Ronto wrap, I'm a very originals kind of guy, and I have to say my Dole Whip. There's nothing as good as a Disney Dole Whip. Oh, there's our dog.
Emma saw the puppy.
Yeah.
We have a cat. She's
but
probably
yeah,
laying in
the,
the bed with Kevin.
I can't get it coming
Yeah.
over.
Emma, listen.
Definitely the I've had Dole Whips at other places, but there's just something about having a Dole Whip in Disney that just makes it the best. So, yep, stole it from
It
me.
just goes hand in hand.
Yep.
Oh,
Now remember, you have something else to do, so let's keep going.
yeah. Okay.
Number 7.
If you could live at no.
You were doing great.
I know, quicker. If you could live at any Disney park, resort, hotel, which one would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. Which one would be for you?
Maybe Caribbean Beach, mainly because I loved laying in the hammocks and just soaking up the sun.
Oh,
I know what yours is. So.
Yep. Again, I'm a classics original kind of guy, and it would be the Contemporary for me. There's just so much history with that one. That is an iconic one. It was the original. It's definitely Contemporary for me.
Now,
And I love the way it was built. So it was just amazing how it
I
was
was
built.
about to say that.
Love,
The way it
love.
was
Yeah.
built was very unique
Yes.
Love.
for the time.
Yes.
so
exactly.
if you were to ask my daughter this question, what do you think she'd say?
She'd say, I only stay in the Kingdom Lodge.
She said that to us once. Yeah, my daughter's bougie. We said we tried. We're like, no, well, we're going to Disney. We're going to Disney. Do you want to stay in All Star? And she's like, I only stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I was like, oh, sorry.
Are you paying?
Yeah, right?
we're like, listen, the All Stars can be fun. They have the statues of all the different characters. And she's like, but are there animals? I'm like, well, no. She goes, well, then no. I'm like, oh.
She sounds like my cousin's daughter, Grace.
Because during the pandemic, we actually stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge on the Savannah View, and it was amazing, absolutely
and she
amazing.
stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge when she went on a solo trip with her grandmother, so she's kind of stuck on Animal Kingdom.
Because that's my mom's favorite. Every time my mom goes, that's where she's staying, and so that's where she loves it.
So we're trying to get her into this mode of there's other hotels, and you're 7, so let's explore more hotels.
Because we have a goal. We want to be able to try all the different Disney resorts. Because we want to be able to share with people like this one's good, maybe not this one, but like we want to experience as many of the resorts as we can. So, yep.
But when you saw us do that, all 3 of us, that's our favorite resort. And for Emma, sometimes it's that one or the Contemporary.
Yeah.
Because that's where we were the first time we took her when she was 4. We were at the Contemporary.
Yes.
Because she had some medical issues and we only went to Magic Kingdom. So it was, zip back by the monorail and we were in our room. So
yeah, I wasn't
Very
really
cool.
a huge fan of Animal Kingdom Lodge, mainly because we went with a group of people and they put us on opposite sides of the hotel. So it was
that's
a
a huge
like
resort.
15-minute walk from room to room. And when you're doing that at the end of the night and you're like, oh, I have to go get something before I go to bed because I gave it to them to hold on to, and your feet are screaming, you're like,
yeah. So they only had Kidani Village open at the time when we went. So they didn't have Jumbo House open yet. So so we
was that during
experienced
the pandemic?
Yeah, well,
That's because the NBA was staying there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay. That's
NBA
right.
was in the Disney bubble. The NBA was at Jumbo House.
That's
I
right.
forgot about that. Yeah. Yep. They actually opened it up, I think, less than a week after we left. We're like,
I think
really?
it was the day after we left.
Yeah,
I
something
know.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we got to experience Sanaa and
Boma opened up
Boma.
the last day we were there.
no, first day.
Mm-mm.
Was it? Oh,
It was the
it
last
opened
day.
up while we are there, but so
We love
Yeah.
all the restaurants at Animal Kingdom. Sanaa,
Yeah.
Boma, Jico Cooking Place,
Yeah.
and
okay,
the
yeah,
what's the quick service? They serve my favorite soup in the whole wide world. The one by the pool. What's it called? It's gonna come to me and I'm gonna say it out loud.
They have favorite film.
Yeah, they have zebra domes. Only place you can find zebra domes.
Oh yeah, zebra domes.
But they
Yeah.
have but Emma, what are you doing?
I'm having my fiance pick up
Butternut squash soup is fabulous there.
Oh wow.
Fabulous.
Let's try it next time.
All
I
right.
like putting squash.
Number 8.
Oh. If you could only visit one Disney park in the future, yes or no, which one would you choose?
Ooh, that is a hard one. Oh boy, that's a good question.
Oh, I know.
So go ahead.
Is the restaurant you're thinking of the Mara?
Say it again.
Is the restaurant you're thinking of the Mara?
Yes, Mara.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with the colorful room.
Yeah. I love the
Nice.
Mara.
So I want to go to Disneyland Paris.
But if you only visit one in the future, that's the one you choose.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that's a trick question.
the
No, I'm staying at Disney World.
question.
That's why we could read that.
That's a trick question.
It is.
Well, if I can only visit one, I'm staying at Disney World.
There you go.
I would have to say I would love to stay at Walt's Roots over at Disneyland. That
Well,
there's something about that.
Long distance relationship,
Yeah,
I guess.
right. As much as I love Walt Disney World, there was a feeling that you just don't get anywhere else except Disneyland. So
Bye.
Exactly.
wow.
And that's what, believe it or not, that's what the three of us say. We only went to Disneyland that one time before this last trip. And we didn't really get to do everything we wanted to do because we had the tour. And then we took one day off and we went to Glendale because Emma wanted to go to Walt's grave. And we ate
Yeah.
at Tam O'Shanter's.
yeah,
Tavern.
And we went to Griffith Park. We went to visit Walt's Barn. That was only open on that Sunday we were there.
And we
Mm.
met Mark Silverman
And we met Mark Silverman, the voice
wow.
of the
Nice.
Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
for Rock Halloween.
Okay. And Emma rode the carousel where Walt had his daughters on. So we did that on that day. But we left, and when we started asking this question and hearing other people's answers, all three of us will say Disneyland. As often
Mhm.
as we've been to Disney World, and it's a lot of times. Well, 23 to be exact, because we've only been to Disneyland twice.
Yeah.
Disneyland hands down, because there's so much to do with such a small space.
Yes.
And the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
nostalgia
Exactly.
that Walt walked here. You know what you
Yeah.
would on your second day into Disneyland, I think you said good morning to Walt's apartment. Good morning, Walt.
Hello.
Yep.
And I said, oh, that's like what we did, because when we went, we didn't say good morning, but we said Emma looked over her shoulder and said goodbye
hmm
to the lamp. Not knowing that in 3 days later, she and her dad would be back at Disneyland because we extended our trip by a day. But it was, I said, it's nice to see other people do the same thing we do.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And I thought to myself, he must really like the nostalgia part of the Disney
I do.
stuff.
Yeah. I
If
love.
you'll ever get a chance to do that walk in Walt's Disneyland Footsteps tour, do it.
I really
Yeah.
wanted to. I
It's
really wanted to.
amazing.
They didn't have it open when we went. It opened about a month later. I'm like,
Oh.
everything was a month later.
You
when we
have
went.
to get it in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had our tickets purchased in advance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They hadn't opened it up yet. And the other thing I want to do next time we go there is because I have a friend that's a tour guide over at the Walt Disney Studios. So I'm hoping to get over there as well. So
We surprised Emma with a D23 because Emma and Kevin are both D23 members, gold
Yep.
members.
Yep.
And her birthday surprise was the Burbank Studio Tour.
We
wow.
have a wine frame too.
Yeah, we did a whole live stream on not all the pictures, because a lot of the pictures are vertical, and when you put them on in Keynote, it chops off everything. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm talking about the birthday one.
Wait a minute. But when we understood, if you have a friend who can get you there, that's great. But we understood it's not normally open to tours.
Yeah.
And it's usually only open for D23 and their tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold member actually.
Yeah.
And because we each paid it was like $100, $110 a person.
Yep.
And each person can bring one guest. So I was Emma's guest.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, so
But it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I really-
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a there's a trip with what's it called? Adventures by Disney.
Yeah, Adventures by
And-
Disney. They do it too.
Yeah, and they bring you to the Imagineering Studios, and they bring you
Mhm.
everywhere. So that would be awesome too. So
We didn't see Imagineering.
No.
No, but we know that all of them do have, Iger's office is there. It's not anywhere else. He has an office there.
yeah,
Like it went Dopey.
Where Dopey stands is where Iger's office is,
oh, that's cool.
and all the executives.
Did you
But
get to
we
see
don't
Walt's office?
We walked in Walt's office.
No way.
We have
Wow.
tons of pictures of Walt's office, and they show you where Tommy sat.
Wow.
I imagine, one of my favorite movies is
Wait, I don't know.
what's his name? Saving Mr. Banks.
Me
Yeah.
too. I love it.
Okay.
Chills, absolute
Yes.
chills. We saw it. I'm getting chills now just talking about the movie.
I'm warm. I'm warm.
But it's, you see where Tommy's office actually was. They tell you who the curator of getting all the stuff together was. Hang on. All the stuff together was. But yeah, we walked in and it's cordoned off. So you can't go past a thing.
Yeah.
But in the office, you see Walt's desk, the original, everything's original except a sofa. A sofa they had to have made and replicated
Yeah.
because it had been
Okay.
disposed of or something.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
his desk, his briefcase, the piano, the Sherman brothers played at in Walt's office whenever he would
Wow.
call them to come up, boys, and play me a tune.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And
Feed the
yes, feed the birds. And
Yes.
she told us, Jasmine told
Yeah.
us that the only two people allowed to touch that piano are the tuner and Richard Sherman. And that's it.
Wow.
They
That's
said
amazing.
Richard Sherman joined a D23. He just walked behind everybody. And then he walked across the thing, sat at the piano, and started playing.
Oh my goodness.
I said, I would have loved to have been on that tour.
Ah,
Been there when
That's
when
my
Dick Van Dyke
conclusion.
does something with Mary Poppins. Why wasn't
Yeah.
I there?
It's
Yeah.
come to my
We did it
conclusion that
nice.
things happen when we're not there.
Yeah, right.
So, like,
ah.
I think a couple days after we left, John Stamos was there. I was like, of course he
I know,
was.
huh?
And then
Uncle
or
Jesse from
Johnny
Full
Depp
House.
being
Oh.
in the pirate ride, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh,
Like,
no,
Yeah, because he
yeah.
did
When
it again
I'm-
recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, of course this happens when we're gone, or like the day after we leave. I'm pretty sure John Stamos was there literally the day after we left. I was like,
John
We
Stamos
were,
is a big time Disney fan.
Yeah, he is. He really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've never been that lucky. We're lucky if we see other vloggers. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so and so.
Yeah, right.
but it's funny because when I was in Disney World in February, I saw someone vlogging and I didn't recognize them, but he knew who they were, and I can't honestly remember.
I watch
who
a
it
lot of
was.
vlogs, so I
Mhm.
know.
I
Yeah.
can't honestly remember who it was, but I immediately knew they were vlogging, and I watched them film it, and I was like, "Hey, I just saw this person.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are, but you do."
And it was actually pretty funny when we're on the Alaskan cruise, which was not a Disney cruise; it was
Right.
Norwegian.
Okay.
Oh,
And
Uh,
I had someone come up to me.
oh, he was wearing our podcast shirt.
Yeah, and she goes, "I just want to let you know I love your podcast."
Aw.
I'm like, wow, that is awesome. Like we got recognized, and
We're like,
People were asking us when we went to Disney World in 2021 because we couldn't go in 2022 because Hurricane Ian messed up our plans.
yeah.
Because he was coming at us there as we were going to be going at the same time.
Wait, it was a boy hurricane?
They're not boy or girl; they're just names.
I know.
But
Oh.
now you made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
Dang it!
You were talking about Hurricane Ian and the plan.
It's Ian.
Ian.
talking about getting recognized or something.
I don't
talking about
know.
getting
No,
recognized?
they were asking us, oh, Emma, do you get recognized in the parks now? And we're like, she goes, not really.
No. I want
You
to.
will one day.
You
Don't worry, you will.
eventually you will,
Yeah,
baby.
it was
You
It was
will.
an incredible feeling because he came up to me. He's like, "Guess what just happened? Someone said they loved our show," and I was like, "Nuh-uh, really?" Like we're not even anywhere for Disney. Like really?
We're in
Like,
Alaska.
yeah.
But that's how the Disney fandom community expands.
Yep. Yep.
Number 9.
Wait a minute. I did got recognized 2 times at Niagara Park. We were coming out of the mark, getting back to our car, and a guy was calling my name and telling me to wait, and my mom knowing that he probably watching our video. Our video. I think his name was Aaron, I believe.
I don't know you. I don't know where that story came from.
Yeah.
And that's the gospel truth. I don't know.
I remember.
Number 9. Yeah, you have a great memory.
And the other one someone did recognize me while we were waiting in line for the free Colorado Mexican boat ride.
You mean Epcot?
No, yes, at the Mexican Pavilion.
Mexican. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Somebody,
yeah,
hollered, somebody hollered out her name or something in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. And that's 2021.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So that happened back then. There's your cat.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
If you could build any Disney park attraction in your backyard, which would you build?
Oh, definitely
I think
Pirates
I
of the
won.
Caribbean.
It's all right.
Definitely Pirates of the Caribbean. It's my favorite.
Yep, that's
No,
a
it's
good
yo
one.
ho.
That's a good one.
I think I know yours, and I really hope it's not what I think it is.
Now Emma's gonna say, okay, Jess,
Oh.
which version? Land or world?
Yeah. We already agreed which one was better.
Land. Disneyland.
Yep.
Mhm. That's what Kevin says.
Yep.
Disneyland was much better.
Mhm. The 2
but-
drops.
Well,
2 drops and the section before you get in there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Steam
That
Blue
really
Bayou.
looks like the Louisiana Bayou. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's looking exactly like, because I'm from there. So,
Well,
you
they
know.
have the other pirate thing too, that's not in world.
I know. Okay. So let's
Well,
hear
so
what
there
Brian
is.
says.
I did see a video of a different Disney park. I'm not sure which one it was, but it looked phenomenal. And I can't tell you where it was, but it looked incredible. And I wish I could tell you which one it was.
I
But it
think there's one in
Shanghai Disneyland, I
maybe
believe.
Shanghai or Tokyo or one of those.
I think it's
And
Shanghai.
most of it is projection screen, like you see in Mickey
Yep.
and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It's Shanghai.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was projection. And the funny thing is, my sister, not this year, I think she said next year, is going to Disneyland Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
I told her, I'm recruiting her. I was like, you need to vlog it for me, and we will feature it for you.
There you
Because
go. Tell her
I
start
wanna
learning
see
how
it.
to vlog right now.
Oh.
she's been on our podcast a couple times. My sister Michaela,
Should be on the next
Okay.
episode that we already recorded it. It's our review of The Little Mermaid.
and she's on that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, so she's on that one.
All right, awesome. What's
So
what
she's
would
actually
you
in
build,
some of our
Brian?
vlogs.
So me, it's a really big toss up between the two, but I would have to say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train
Okay.
because I love the nostalgia of just Walt's first, major film after Mickey. She was the first princess, and
I'm okay with that one.
and I really, really like that one. And it's too short, but maybe if I could build it in my own backyard, I'd make it a little bit longer. I don't know,
Yeah.
but that I love that ride. But the toss up I had was Carousel of Progress.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking he was going to say at all.
It may sound boring to some, but for some reason, I love going to Carousel of Progress because it's impossible to walk out of there with a smile on your face.
It's a
Exactly. And singing that song.
Yes.
Perfect brother.
Yep.
I honestly thought you were going to say Small World, and I was going to be like,
Well, I love
Get
Small.
out.
I do love Small World. She doesn't. I do.
okay,
but
no, I don't hate Small World. But when it gets stuck in your head,
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about the cast members
and
there.
it never ceases to amaze me how many times we get stuck on Small World. And then I'm like,
No,
I get it. It's a small world.
We've never been stuck in Small World.
No.
We
Not
always
good.
tend to get stuck.
Last time we didn't,
Yes, we did.
did we?
We got stuck at Disneyland, and there's a section where it's all black, and we got stuck there because the boats were backed up.
Oh, that's
And I was
right.
like,
Yeah.
Fuck remote.
I like that the Disneyland version has some IP in it in certain lands.
Yes.
And I like
Yes.
the intellectual
Yeah.
property. Like we saw
Oh.
Jessie and Woody from Toy
Yep.
Story. We saw
Lilo and
Lilo and
Stitch.
Stitch.
Simba.
Simba. We saw
Moana.
and Pumbaa and Timon and Pinocchio. You know,
Little Mermaid.
Alice
And, yep.
and
Yeah, I
Little
definitely
Mermaid.
liked Disneyland's version better.
Nina.
But I guess because I'm so used to seeing World,
And
and there's one of the worlds where it's all the Polynesian stuff,
Yep.
and it's just the drums.
Why didn't
Yeah.
they have
That's just
Moana?
so relaxing to me.
Yeah.
And Kev and I, that's our favorite part. Is that part?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm just like, you know what? If you take the music away, sure.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. It's funny because the last time we went on it, I was like, if I have to suffer, my best friend has to suffer. So I picked up the phone and I FaceTimed her, and she's like, of all rides, you choose this one. And I was like, you're welcome. If I have to suffer, so do you.
That's right. If I'm forced to listen to this, so are you.
Yep.
Well,
And she stayed on the whole time, but it's like, no, you're listening to this with me.
Yeah.
That's my foot.
But I'm a sucker for a lot of Walt's creations. So like
Right,
Small World,
right.
Carousel of Progress, those are the ones that I cling to. So
Well, Emma, I'm gonna let her answer this one. Which one would you build in your backyard? Now, granted, we don't have as big a backyard as we did at the other house, but what would you want to build if we had a huge, tremendous backyard?
the heart American at Disneyland.
oh, good choice.
You want to know why?
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 Or Anne?
Why?
Because I love it.
What makes you love Disneyland's Haunted Mansion more than Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion?
Well, it's the original, and the original Imagineers from way back then have all been, gone.
Well, yeah, Rolly Crump just passed away.
I know. He
Yeah.
helped with the tiki remote.
Yeah, I know.
I would
But
like
then-
to see it without the Christmas overlay.
The
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
No
we-
Christmas over
We
with.
only start with the Christmas overlay. I want to be able to go back and see it without the overlay.
You see, and that's
Yeah,
what we did.
yeah.
We went back when we went this past trip. For me, it was nice to see it without the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. Don't get me wrong; it's not
Mhm.
one of my top 10 favorites,
No.
and it's okay. But then that's
Yeah.
on from when Oogie Boogie Bash until the end of Christmas. So you got almost
Yeah.
6 months of a non-Walt Disney Haunted Mansion.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
That's-
else.
but that-
Yeah.
So when we went this past time, I think Emma wrote it with our friend Brian, our partner channel with Brian.
No, this was Tuesday.
Okay, hang on. And then the next day on Tuesday, Emma and I wrote it. Now, Emma's a huge Haunted Mansion fan, but she's an even bigger Hatbox Ghost fan.
Oh, yes.
I
yes.
wait to see the hat boat.
The haunts were messing with the ride, and guess where we were stuck in front of?
Yes.
Yep.
That's all I was like.
Yes, I can get great photos. We're not moving. And I had to control her to not squeal. I said, "Are they gonna kick us out? Something's wrong with you."
We got stopped on Haunted Mansion. You weren't there. I think me and Michaela were on it. We got stopped right at the hallway where you see the
Chandelier, the candelabra.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so cold." I was like, "Can we move, please?"
Can we just go just a little bit more to the
Yeah, if we had
left?
moved just an inch more, I wouldn't be freezing. But I was sitting there, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Because that's where that cold air, that blast
Yep.
of air
Yeah.
comes in.
Yep.
So Emma, I have to ask you though, real quick. You must be excited about the Hatbox Ghost coming to Walt Disney World, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's
You excited to see him in the movie?
talking about me.
We still don't know when he's going to be there yet.
It could be sometime this year, I believe.
Yeah, but we're not going. We already had our big Disney trip this year.
I know.
Yeah.
We could probably plan a small Disney World trip sometime next spring because we're taking a Disney cruise in November
Nice.
for our 30th wedding anniversary and Kevin's 55th birthday.
Oh, awesome.
Well, see, you can go in April and then you can cheer us on.
Oh,
I just can't do it. Oh, y'all are going in April?
Of next year.
Oh.
Yeah. That's when the
our
race is.
anniversary's in April.
Oh, nice.
My birthday is after there.
Yep.
My birthday is after
We'll
there.
talk afterward. I might have to. Kevin just doesn't like to go when it's hot. That's his thing because we are going to go to Disney World a couple days before and a day after. So it's going to be a whole thing. And he just doesn't like being hot. I don't either now that I'm in my late 50s. All right, last question.
Well, I got to come also about the marathon, if I would do it.
No, go ahead. Just go to our next one. Go ahead.
Okay, if you could ask Walt Disney one question right now, what would you ask him?
That is one of my favorite questions. I ask that all the time. I love it. Emma.
Really?
That is an awesome question.
It's one of our questions to join our group,
Yep.
actually. But I think my question to him would be, I would like to know his opinion on the Disney of today. What he thinks of Disney Channel, what he thinks of Disney parks today, what he thinks of where Disney is going.
Right.
Oh.
I guess that's more than one question, but
You just want his opinion of where it's at. Yeah, which is very legit question. And it's very
like,
different.
would he be happy with where it's at, or would he wish some things weren't done certain ways? Like, I would be really curious what he thought.
Yeah. For me, one of the big questions I would ask him would be, out of everything that he's done in his life, what does he feel was his greatest accomplishment and why, out of everything he's done?
Wow.
Because, and it's a loaded question.
I feel like it's Mickey.
He does so much. He did so much in his life. I mean, more than most people do in their entire life. And he had what I consider a short life, and I just want to know, like, what does he feel that his greatest accomplishment out of everything he's done and why? Right. Yep.
He was a true genius.
Yes.
A true Renaissance man.
Mm-hmm.
In an age where there'll never be another Walt Disney.
No.
Never.
Okay.
Never. Paul Frees, just a child.
I know.
Anyway, he there's lots of people, there'll never be another such and such. But in this instance, from 100 Years of Wonder.
Yes.
So from 1923 to now, everything in between. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
We're never going to have another Walt Disney.
Exactly. You never will. And
the way he wanted it done and how they've still stuck with how he wanted things done.
And he didn't take no for an answer. He wanted it. He got it.
Yeah. Well, I can't do this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
There's a story about Walt going to Switzerland and seeing rides in Germany. And he came back with a postcard of the actual Matterhorn with, in a skyway. And he gave it to, I can't remember who the Imagineer was, but he said, build this.
Yep.
Yeah, and just the fact that, Disney is a household name. There's not a single, there might be, but it feels like there's
I know where you're going. Okay, yeah.
No one doesn't know what Disney is. I mean, I suppose maybe in a third world country or something.
Right.
But
to go from practically
living on the streets to building this empire where everybody on the earth knows who you are.
This
That's a
entertainment
massive
empire.
accomplishment.
Yes.
Accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could. I wish he was alive today to be able to just sit down and have a conversation with him. But
Emma we used to ask her, she goes, first I would ask very politely if I could have a hug.
And going to Roy.
Well, we
Roy
also, for a
Disney.
while there, she was going through, let's ask Walt and Roy Disney.
Because they were brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And without Roy, there wouldn't have been Walt Disney World because
Exactly.
plans
Yeah.
would have been squashed because he had retired.
Yeah.
He came back to finish Walt's vision of, well, at least Magic Kingdom anyway.
Yeah.
But, you think about that because Roy Disney died within months of Disney World opening.
Yeah.
yeah, was it like
It
3
took-
months or something?
It took everything he had left.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like he was waiting for it to open.
yes,
Who, Walt?
Roy.
Oh.
And it's Emma, I'm just like you. If I saw Disney, the difference is I'd be like, Brian, go say hi. And then I'd be like, okay, let's talk. I'm kind of weird like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, look who it is. Go say hi.
See, I have no problem going up to somebody and talking to them.
Oh, me either.
Yeah.
I'm the extrovert in the family.
Yeah, and Jess on the other hand is like,
No, majority of the time, if you see me going, it's like,
Oh, gotcha.
go
Gotcha.
say hello.
Gotcha.
Mm,
Got it.
yep.
Got it. Got it.
What are you doing?
Okay, and kind. Oh.
This is okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That's okay and sign.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going the other way then.
Well, this was really fun. I'm glad we
Yeah.
finally had
Yeah.
a chance, and we're sorry
Yeah.
for having to reschedule a couple
Yeah.
of
Oh,
times.
it's okay.
But y'all check out the Hearts of Disney, Dizney
Yeah.
podcast, and our Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow vlogs.
Yeah. On YouTube.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for having
guys.
us.
Thank you.
Y'all have a
Bye,
great
guys.
evening.
Good night.
Good
night.
night, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
We're back.
Everybody.
I still have a clip in my hair. What's wrong with that? Well, how did you like that interview? Yes, it was a long one. It was an hour and 20 minutes, but we had such a fun time. Emma did too. We had a fun time talking with both Brian and Jess. And if you notice our Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow vlogs, that's them, Brian and Jess Leon. That's their latest, their new YouTube channel, new as of last fall. And
Good luck with your channel, guys.
yes, and we hope to maybe run into y'all at some point. But we hope y'all enjoyed it. Everybody out, thank you for joining us tonight. And I think it's time for us to say what?
No.
Good night. So how do you say it? Oh, we have to remind people. This Saturday will be trivia on. Oh, you want to pull it up? Okay. Emma's going to pull up the brand to show y'all right there. We're going to celebrate what?
Disney Dad.
And you see, Skipper Dad's got a photo of himself and Darth and Walt and Mufasa.
You
And
got Goofy and Matt.
I'm going across. And Geppetto and what was Tiana's daddy's name? But that's little Tiana and her daddy.
I don't think they didn't give him a name.
Okay, and then Goofy and Darth. So we won't have necessarily questions on all those people.
And
But
Daddy.
yeah, we may throw in a question about Skipper Dad. You never know. So tune in this Saturday, and Skipper Dad will be Emma's co-pilot on Friday night since we are celebrating Dads and Father's Day on Sunday. So magic is back. The shirt is green. Yeah, I noticed that Emma's wearing the same shirt for the interview and the ears, just like she had on. So there was some continuity. I didn't. So thank you all for joining us. What? You say it. What do we do? What's doing that?
What?
Go ahead.
As always, everyone, can you all come up and watch it? Make a like, subscribe, and share the channel with family, friends, and neighbors. Also, with on tech, welcome to the channel. You haven't yet been subscribed, it will help me out quite a lot. Also, click the click button icon. You're welcome. And we're so glad I like guys with review with my dad. We are real good. Oh! Night guys, you're all on God, I work premiere.